Brandon Gott and Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, many had ordained the Kansas City Chiefs to be the best team in the NFL coming into the season, and now here they are, one game away from their first Super Bowl title since Super Bowl IV 50 years ago.
And we'll get to that in just a minute, but how about this? This is their 5th straight playoff appearance. They went to overtime with New England in the AFC title game last year. Remember, they were down big at the half, came all the way back and had a chance to win, lost in overtime. Finally climbed that mountain and got back. And do you remember Super Bowl IV against Minnesota? Remember Hank Stram as their coach? On the sidelines, mic'd up for the first time. That really gave us a lot of what we have now with NFL films. What a terrific performance by that Kansas City team, and they blew away the Vikings in that game.
Meanwhile, the Buccaneers are back in the Super Bowl for just the 2nd time in franchise history. I know one thing, they'd love a repeat of that first appearance.
Would they ever? That was 2003 in San Diego, and it was Super Bowl 37. They were the underdogs coming in against the Oakland Raiders, and they flogged the Raiders in that game, 48-21. You know what I remember most about that? John Gruden was the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but he'd previously been the head coach of the Oakland Raiders. And during practice leading up to the game, he would play scout team quarterback and tell the defense all the characteristics and mannerisms of the Raiders quarterback, Rich Gannon, and had his defense totally prepared. And boy, did they play well and won their first Super Bowl title.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. They're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Tyrann Mathieu's instincts as a defensive back, I believe, are second to none. And that allows him to play all over the secondary. He can line up with...
And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes buying time to his left. He'll run it, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 21-0. Our score after 1. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done.
And he's into the clear. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. That is something you almost never see. A punt return better than 100 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On play action, now Brady. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And McCoy is going to be stopped up short. He didn't get it. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. One of the more impressive punt returns you will see. That one from 87 yards away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a 1st down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg? And McCoy loses the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now McCoy. And he loses the football a second time. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem, and he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And there he goes again. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run as his guys continue to pour it on.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Brady. He finds McCoy. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Brady. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Mahomes now on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Flush to his right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes being chased out left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So it's halftime here. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On play action, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Brady throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Brady now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for McCoy. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Brady. Looking sideline, incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. I'm just going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big, they had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt him too much. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Wait, 20! Oh, here we go.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's for his running back, McCoy. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Brady to throw again. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Chris Jones bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Bucs are able to get a score back.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Now we see Sammy Watkins getting ready to go again on offense. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So this for hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL, except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. That is a dangerous combination right there as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Mahomes going to throw. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Containing.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game.
Yeah, the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Always got some breathing room. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final try now for Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl